going to go over some problems from the Math 3 Unit 9 Worksheet 5, which is on the laws of logarithms. For the first part, it asks to completely expand and simplify each expression. Number 1, we have log base 3 of 9 times x. So using the product property, we can change this to log base 3 of 9 plus log base 3 of x, because 9x means 9 times x. We can simplify this a little bit by working on the log base 3 of 9, which is asking the question 3 to what power is 9, so that's 2, and that's our simplified answer. Number 4, we have x to the power of 5, and so we can use the power property, which we take that exponent and move it in front of the log, so we get 5 times log base 5 of x. Number 7, we have a fraction. So I'm going to first use the quotient property, so log base 4 of 64 minus log base 4 of 5 times y. I could split up the 5 and the y, and also I could work on the log base 4 of 64. So for the log base 4 of 64, that means 4 to what power is 64? That's 4 to the third power. On this next part, I'm going to split the log, but notice there's a minus sign in front, so I'm going to put it in parentheses using the product property. And then I'm going to distribute the negative. And 4 to what power is 5? Not sure. It's not an easy log to work on, so this is as much as we can do. Number 10, 36 times x squared. I'm going to use the product property. And then evaluate log base 6 of 36, which is 2, because 6 to the power of 2 is 36. And I'm going to use the power property. And that's as far as we can go. We cannot add the 2 plus 2. We got to leave it like as is. Okay. Number 13, square root. I'm going to change that to 1/2 power, and then use the power property. The next section, we're asked to condense each expression into a single logarithm and simplify if possible. So number 16, got the subtracting 2 logs, that's the quotient property, so log base 4 of 7 over 10. And 7 over 10 is not a power of 4. Not going to be able to simplify that any further. Number 19, we got to get rid of the 6 and the 4 first by using the power property. And we can use the product property. Number 22, use the power property. And then the product property. And 1/2 squared is 1/4. 1/4 times 40 is 10, so we get natural log of 10x as the simplified form. Number 25, power property. I'm going to square the 2 and the 3. And then the product property. And actually we could simplify this further. This is asking 6 to what power is 36, and our answer is 2. On 28, we are given a hint to rewrite the constant, so the 1 as a log, and we want to maintain the same base. So I'm going to change 1 to log base 3, and so 3 to the power of 1 would be 3, so this would be log base 3 of 3, which if you work that out you get 1. And I'm going to move the 2 to be a power. So the first 2 I'm going to use the product property on. And then the quotient property.